that.
Sure.
What are your thoughts on Julian Assange and WikiLeaks and what they've done? And some feel that Julian Assange is being persecuted. Do you believe that?
Well, I think there's a few different examples of people who are whistleblowers who have brought forward information about how, for example, government agencies, intelligence agencies have overreach into our private information, this mass surveillance without a warrant, that actually violate our constitutional rights. These are things that a lot of us had no idea were happening until they were exposed. This gave us the opportunity, especially as members of Congress, to do something about it, to try to put those protections in place, to try to reform our laws that allowed for this abuse, many of which were opened up because of the Patriot Act. So, I think this, you're asking about Assange, but I think there are a number of other examples that need to be raised in how we provide protection for whistleblowers who are bringing forward this information that lawmakers and all of us need to be aware of in order to make that change.
Well, another example is Chelsea Manning, who just recently was jailed again. Do you think that Chelsea Manning is one of these whistleblowers who has been vindicated and that shouldn't be suffering anymore? I mean, I know President Obama gave her a pardon. What are your thoughts on her being jailed again?
Yeah, she shouldn't be. I mean, she's even though she got that pardon, they're putting her in jail for her refusal to cooperate. I think is further evidence for us to make sure that we have these protections in place so people are not wrongly incarcerated.
And similarly, the most famous whistleblower is probably Edward Snowden. And I know that he's a very controversial figure because he also showed how deeply everyone is being spied on. However, he's hiding in Russia to avoid prosecution. So just what's your stance on Edward Snowden?
Yeah, like I said, prosecution of whistleblowers who are bringing forward information about how the government is violating our constitutional rights need to have protections in place and not prosecuted and treated like criminals.